Hello, amazing souls. Welcome to your weekly energy update. And before we jump into the update, I did want to mention that as part of my YouTube subscriber marathon last Friday, I did put out a video on how you can enter a drawing to win one of the 30-minute recorded personal readings. So if you're interested in that giveaway, I will put the link down in the description box below. And at the end of this video, it'll be in the playlist as well. So the more comments I get on that video, the more I will offer of those individual recorded personal readings. So if they interest you, be sure to check that out. So for the energy update for this week, wow, we are entering the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde today on August 21st. And I know, don't freak out. Mercury retrograde can bring some wonderful things, which we will talk about briefly here as well. But all the planets are in retrograde or pre-shadow except for Venus and Mars now. And Mars will actually next week on September 4th also go into pre-shadow. So we'll be only having the planet Venus not in retrograde. What does that mean? Well, retrograde, they all kind of turn that energy more where we're focusing on inward things rather than so many outward things. So you might have been having this for a little bit because all the planets started to go into pre-shadows and retrogrades to, point us inward. So you've probably been feeling it for a while anyway. So at least you know, like, oh, that's why I'm so focused on my inner growth. Well, the Mercury retrograde, of course, like I said, it's going into the pre-shadow, and it's starting off in the sign of Virgo. Now, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so it's very much at home there, but it deals with health. It deals with listening to your body, also kind of like your work routine, and also it has to do with pets, too. So as you go into and start this pre-shadow, some of those subjects might come up about reflecting on those. Then on August 27th, Mercury moves into Libra. And of course, Libra is more of that building, healing, relationships types of energy, balancing things, creating win-wins. So that will kind of have a shift in what you're reflecting on. And then we will hit the retrograde itself on September 10th. Now, retrograde means planets actually don't go backwards, of course. So like Mercury is the closest, let's pretend this is the sun. Mercury is closest to the sun. So the Earth is out here. So Mercury's orbits faster, so it's going to go around faster. And so at one point, it looks like it's behind us, but it's actually lapping us. So that does take it into different energies, and that's why that reflection, comes into play with that as well. So even it goes into the retrograde on September 10th, in the sign of Libra, it eventually kind of backs back up and goes back into Virgo on September 24th. And it'll stay in Virgo until it goes direct, which means it starts moving forward again. And it'll be in that post-shadow period until like October 17th. But October 11th, it does move back into Libra, so you can kind of see how you're going to bounce back and forth between that Virgo energy, that Libra energy, the Virgo energy, and back into Libra energy. So, the pre-shadow, we start to feel that emphasis of the retrograde. And then when the retrograde hits on September 10th, we're full-blown in super reflective mode. And then the post-shadow happens when we go direct on October 2nd through October 17th. The post-shadow is not as intense as the pre-shadow and the retrograde. It's more reflecting on what you learned during that reflection period. So little quick update on how that Mercury retrograde works. And of course, Mercury is all about communication, social connection. It actually is also like siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins. So that type of relatives, but not like your children or parents, more everyone outside of that. So that might come into play too during this period with those subjects that you'll be looking at. Now, you might have heard, people get scared around the Mercury retrograde and go, oh my gosh, here we go. But there's positive things you can do. Look at it like tides, right? If you're trying to launch a boat, when the tide's coming in, you're going to struggle and it's going to be tough, and the boat probably will capsize, and you're going to invest a lot of energy but not get very far with it. Well, that's the time that you would mend your nets and do stuff, but not try to launch things and put things out there, right? Because when the tide is going out, that's when, the planet's direct. That's when you launch things. Then things go very smoothly and very easily. So during a retrograde, you can take total, use of that energy and edit things, like do the redo things, breathe life into old ideas, clean things out, declutter, deal with the clutter that you have around you. Because during this period also, the energy can bring up old patterns or old challenges for you to review during this period. And it's all this preparation for you to then launch into a new area of your life with this new information that you gleaned during that period. So it can be a very, very positive use of that energy. And, we all need some downtime to rest and rejuvenate and just reflect on things. And that's what this period brings. So we're also going to jump in to each individual zodiac sign and just see what the universe and spirit would like you to know on what you can do with this Mercury retrograde energy from today, August 21st, through October 17th, which will be the end of that post-shadow period. So we'll jump into your reading right now for your sign. All right, Aries, this is your weekly energy update, and we are going to start off by pulling a card here from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Now, any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. We'll give these a good shuffle and see what advice the Creator and Spirit have for you. How can you use this Mercury retrograde energy for its highest? All right, so for our Aries, what would you like them to know about this retrograde energy, please? All right, I feel like this is the one right here. And you have fork in the road. So you are at a fork. And during this period, I really feel like you are able to, with that reflection time and the review time, you're able to get clarity on what direction or decision that you want to make. It's time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. Yeah, so it's coming to a head here soon, and you don't make I feel like you don't make a decision during the retrograde. But during this period of time, up until October 17th, you are reviewing the data and the facts, and you're getting the information to where you're ready to make the decision. And you kind of have an idea of what decision you're going to make. But then October 17th hits, and right after that, then you make that decision. It does say every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing to go left or by choosing to go right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who've come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you, even though they may try. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. I love it. So there's no wrong choice. It's just experience whichever way you go. But again, we'll look more deeply into here to see what advice they want to offer about how you can make this choice and how you can use this retrograde energy for the best benefit. Now, because you're also going to experience Libra energy during this Mercury retrograde, when Mercury goes into Libra, We also want to read the relationship message because that is all about relationships for you. You've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose, to open up to the possibility of love or to remain isolated? To go deeper and commit to mutual passion or to walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest, and give. Then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity or genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you wanted to learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience of the heart. So yeah, there's no wrong decision. Follow your heart, follow your passion, what you want to do, and don't be afraid of what if I make the wrong choice? You know what? What's meant for you will not pass you by. You're going to learn what you had come down here to learn in one way or another. And so again, what is meant for you will not pass you by. We're also going to look into these sacred ancestral path tarot and see what else they would like to add on here for you regarding this fork in the road. Kind of feel like, stick a fork in me, I'm done. You are ready to make this choice anyway. So for our Aries, our action-oriented, fiery Aries, right? Out of anyone in the zodiac, you are the ones that are like, yes, make a choice, let's go. So you don't have to be asked twice, I know. And so you have the 5 of staves, the 5 of wands in the standard tarot. This is about a transformation and movement of energy. So you are going to be looking at things from a different perspective in a different way, because usually in the cards you'll see 5 people battling with these long, stabs, long sticks, and they're all battling each other. And at first you look at it, it's like a movie starts, and it starts right in the middle of a battle, and you're like, oh my God, what's going on? These people are trying to kill one another, and they're just really going at full force until one is left barely standing, and the 4 others are laying on the ground just exhausted. And you're like, what's going to happen next? And you're like, is he going to kill him? What's going to happen? And then they all start laughing, and you're like, what is going on? And they all help each other up, and they all walk, all 5 of them, buddy back down the path to the monastery, or in this case, the high temple meal hall, where they have a meal together. And you were like, wow. So the 5 is about this transformation of the energy, where at first it started off in being this fearing, selfish, battling type of energy. And then you realize they were all out of love, helping each other train to improve their skills. So this fork in this road, I kind of feel like you have this change of the energy and how you're approaching the decision, that it's not from this place of fear and that you need to win, and that people are trying to, beat you and trying to cheat you out of something, that you're moving into more of this place of love in making your decision. We're also going to pull from the Dreamers deck here and see what they would like to add to that. Yeah, what is that phrase? Do you want to be right, or do you want to love? If you want to be right, you're not going to be in a relationship. All right, so what else for our Aries here? Okay, this one right here. And here we go. I'll let you see it first, then I'll read it. And it says, I know that my dreams are bigger than my fears. I'm going to take risks. Yes. So in this choice that you're making, rather than fearing, you have this change where you're like, my dreams are bigger than my fears. I'm going to go for my dreams instead. So perfect card for what we were talking about. Then we're going to look at the Chinese tarot here. And we'll see what else they want to add into this, but the message seems very clear. Fork in the road, fear or your dreams. What are you going to do? Choose your dreams. What are you waiting for to live your dream, to die? Because if you're not living your dreams, you're existing. You're not living your dream. You're not living, existing. Blah, 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 right? All right, so what else for our Aries, please? Okay, what else? Okay, I think you got these. Okay, so you do get all of these. So let's just stack these up and let's start with this one. So you do have the Page of Cups. So pages are newness, cups are your emotions, new level, but it's not like brand new. It's like upgrade. You're moving up in your emotions. And I kind of feel like with all of this, that you're at this fork in this road of, am I going to keep the same old, like it was saying in one of those examples? It's like, no, I'm ready for an upgrade. I'm ready to take things to a new level. Whether it's leaving someone, leaving a situation, leaving a job, leaving education, leaving something for something better, or within it, moving to another level of it. Yeah, because now you have the Knight of Wands. So you have this movement of this energy. It's a very strong, fast-moving energy. You know, you had the Five of Wands here. So this energy movement is happening fast and furious, because the Knights always want to quest as well. That's what Knights do. They quest. He's in search of the Ace of Wands, which the Ace of Wands is like a giant, you know, think of Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. You know, for all the wizards, it was a source of power for them, how they focus their energy to do things, right? And so that's what this is for, is you're like searching for this ability to super focus your energy in a direction to get things done. And that's what this fork in this road is about for you, because this energy you've been investing in maintaining your fears has been energy that goes into a black hole, but you are learning to conserve this and to direct it more towards your dreams than to your fears. Yeah. Because you have the Emperor, so you are gaining control. You're taking control over your kingdom and over your life. You're no longer going to be at the whims of the world and what everyone else wants and treating you like you're the stall boy cleaning up horse poo-poo. You are the emperor of your life. You are the one that gets to choose for your life. So you definitely are coming into your power, taking command of it. 13, 3 + 1 is 4. So this 4 of this emperor really is showing that you are going to make the choice for you, and you're no longer just going to go along to get along. You're making a choice. Yeah, the 6 of Swords, so more movement, but this is in your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets. So the 6 of Swords is about looking at things differently within your own thoughts and beliefs. And again, it's like you have your old way of doing things and you have the new way of doing things, the old way of thinking, a new way of thinking. You're tired, you're sick and tired of being stagnant, of just existing. So I really feel the fire is coming here. Yeah. Because you are ready for your new beginning. You're ready to leap off on a new adventure. The Fool is the beginning of the major arcana. Definitely a new beginning, new adventure, new ways. So you are definitely ready for the path to choose which path that you want to go on to start off this new adventure. So yeah, definitely it's all leading to the same thing. Yep, and you have the Lover's card here. So the Lover's card is about emotional choices. And so this is bringing this awareness for you too, that in every second of every moment is a choice, either between unconditional love of the heavenly realms or of the fear of losing conditional love of the earthly side. So like it was talking about here, any moment you get to choose what it means, and there's no wrong choice, because you do come here to choose on purpose to feel those uncomfortable emotions that are rooted in fear. Sorrow, disappointment, depression, anger, resentment. Did I say betrayal? All those that are rooted in fear, because by experiencing the opposites, we more fully understand who we truly are. It's like breathing air. You don't realize you're breathing air till you're 6 feet underwater, looking up at air, going, that is air. This is non-air. And because I know what non-air is, now I understand what air is as well. And I have appreciation for both. And now I'm going back to air because I want to breathe that. And so there is no wrong choice, but there's this awareness that when you're tired of choosing a particular way or a particular emotion, there is another option, this fork in the road. So beautiful energy there. Yep. And then you have the Four of Swords. So peace of mind coming in. You definitely are ready to make these new definitely you have emotional choices that you make there, but this card is about making different mental choices, that you no longer are living up to the expectations of the outside world. Normally you would see someone like laying down on the Ace of Swords, resting and at peace, and 3 swords on the wall, which represents the 3 of Swords, which is the expectations card. I'm going to say the heartbreak card, because they usually show the heart with 3 swords in it. So it's disappointment. It's all those emotions, all those expectations, all those things you think you're supposed to live up to, that all they do is point you back inward with disappointment. But that Ace of Swords is a gift. It gives you the ability to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, those that are rooted in unconditional love, while at the same time slicing away, cutting away the small T truths of the human world, of all those expectations, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts. And like with this 4 here, you're gaining that control over your thoughts and your beliefs and mindsets, because that allows you to connect to the real truths of above and slicing away those small T truths of the human fear. So you're able to slice all that away and have this peace of mind as you move into making a choice. So I really feel like this card is like, yes, like I talked about at the beginning, you are learning all of this information and all this awareness about what it is you truly want, where you have a huge peace of mind on which fork you're going to take. And it's a no-brainer for you by that point. By the time you reach the end of this retrograde, you are going to make choices that are just like literally no-brainer. You're just like, yeah, this is obviously the route I want to go. I want to live my dream, not exist and keep, going in circles, thinking that this is what's fulfilling me when I know it's not. So beautiful revelations coming for you. I love that at the end of this, that you're going to make this beautiful choice to live your dream, because living your dream is just going to send a beautiful tsunami of beautiful energy out into this world. And we need as much of this loving, choosing your dream energy out there, instead of trying to live up to what everybody else, is wanting for us, or what we think everyone wants us to do. So love, love, love this. Now, Aries, if you are wanting to be a part of the drawings for the 30-minute recorded free personal readings, just make sure to check out the link that I'll have in the description box below, and I'll probably throw a playlist up here too for my giveaways, so that you can go in there and find that video. And then just go over the video. It'll tell you how you can enter for the drawing. And the more comments there are, the more of those free readings that I will draw. So if you're interested in that, check that out. Also, if you're looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you will be notified of any new videos that come out on the channel. Also, doing those things, it helps spread the love and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing any of those things or all of them makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy excited it does want to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, as I mentioned, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. And I'm actually offering a sliding price scale now, where instead of having a specific price point, I'll have a few different options to choose from. So, I understand that our income is changing. We all are different incomes. So we have sometimes limitations on what we're able to pay for readings, and I wanted to be able to offer some flexibility around that. So again, all that information is listed in the description box below. Alrighty, fiery Aries, as you go throughout this amazing adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing retrograde. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. And in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.